30 seconds.
I have some news. I'll say.
We're starting with Red Theater.
Mm-mm.
No?
No, it's a bad opener. We have to get right into the shout-outs and then announce news and then questions, and we'll do
20?
Threat Theater near the end, I think.
Okay.
Otherwise, it makes us look foolish.
Oh my god. Eilish.
10. 5, 4. Pray.
Okay.
Well, of course.
So quiet. Shocking.
Oh, is that the end of the song? Okay. We are Our Place Out Loud. I am Louise Planker. I am your lovely and captivating host. We have a room full of teenagers here to address all things teen. We've got Olivia, Kimute, Ryan, Austin, Emma, Maddie. We've got Jake in the control booth, and a smattering of adults here just to keep a lid on this B-A-Ch. Okay, I didn't curse.
Great.
I didn't curse. I didn't curse. I said 3 different syllables. I'm a very good kid. Really, you can. There isn't. How's it pronounced? Okay, go ahead.
I don't know what's pronounced. What are you talking-
Biatch.
What?
Just like that. Biatch.
Just like that. Okay, so it's not really a curse word.
There's no "ah" in the actual word.
I know, but
That's
I'm
the
not going to
point.
say that.
Exactly. So it doesn't count.
All right. Well,
Exactly.
I just broke it up. Even
Biatch is not a swear word.
it isn't. It's where you go like in the summer and sit on the sand, and there's water.
Exactly.
Still,
Alright.
don't say that
Yeah,
in
let-
front of
let's
your
just-
parents, kids.
Yeah.
no.
All right. So
Try this at home.
okay, the show's now rated PG-13. Maddie, I understand you have an announcement for us.
I do. Emma and I are in a horseback riding camp, and we just started learning jumping. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you
Who's
wearing a
Emma?
helmet?
I can't imagine. It's definitely not the person who's sitting next to me. No.
What did he ask?
I said, who's
Who-
Emma?
who is Emma?
It was my cue to introduce her.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Please introduce Emma.
Yeah, this is my friend Emma, guys.
Hi,
We met in like 3rd grade ish. It's actually a funny story.
I'm Emma.
We used to hate each other. Now we're friends.
Really? Why did you hate each other?
Okay, it's a long story. I'll make it short. So we had a friend who we were both friends with, but we didn't like each other.
Mhm.
And then she went to Australia for like 3-4 months, a long time. And so neither one of us had any friends. So we ended up becoming friends. And then when she came back, she was that word we discussed earlier.
Oh, what Australia biatched her?
I think so.
That you can biatch.
Oh, I
you
thought you were
biatch
going to say
into
she
a
was
verb.
Australia. And I was like,
You just turned biatch into a
You know,
verb.
now she's a
Round of applause,
model,
please.
and that.
Oh, she's a
whole-
model.
Yeah, like you know.
Don't hate her because she's beautiful. Just hate her because she's a biatch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I can hang with
that's
that.
the story.
Do we have any shout-outs?
oh, yeah, we do. Let me, I already loaded them up, so let me just unlock my phone here. All right, so we got shout-outs for GK Girl, Smiley Me, and Olivia, Maddie13, and Pieface01. Not too many today.
Oh, all right. If you want to shout out, maybe Ryan will check his phone again later on. Or if you're sitting and watching the show, please give us a call at 888-531-7171. Add your insight and wisdom to the conversation. We're going to dig into the mailbag. We've got Megan Loves Turtles. Is her screen name. Megan Loves Turtles. So I text this guy a lot. He lives in my town, though I've never actually talked to him, but I have seen him before. We have tons of things in common, and I feel happy talking to him. He likes me, but we don't talk. Other than Voxer, a walkie-talkie sort of app, and text. I'm incredibly scared to see him in real life. I know I will be in his school in a year. He is 2 years older. He is also my religion and a good kid. I really am having mixed emotions. One moment I really love talking to him. The next I just don't want anything to do with him. He's so nice, but yet his kindness gets almost annoying. Do I like him or not? I'm so confused with how I feel about him. Okay, so my first thing is, she doesn't actually know him face to face. So I think therein may lie the source of the confusion. But what do you guys think, Ryan?
Well, I would definitely say that, yeah, that's definitely the source of the confusion, and that I don't think it's right to even try and determine if you like someone before you've talked to them in person. You have to understand their personality, and then as for, their kindness being annoying, it can be difficult to, read people's emotions over text. And so if you're trying to be really kind, it can come across as like overly kind, or if you're trying to be like witty and sarcastic, it can come across as mean. So like never try and read someone's like emotions through text. It just doesn't really work. So I wouldn't base your judgments off of that.
Is there also the issue of like if someone looks really good on paper, like, oh my god, he's really nice, he's the same religion, da da da, you're supposed to love him. That can be like too much pressure to like someone. Like
Yeah.
I never really liked romantic pressure, like someone saying, "Oh, you should totally date so and so," because then I'd look at the person and think, how am I going to like manufacture those types of feelings for this random person?
Exactly, because you try and force yourself to see yourself with them, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's like too much. Liv?
I was just gonna say, like, maybe it's not like annoying, but it like overwhelming. I know when like, I don't know, sometimes when people like try and do like nice things for me, it just stresses me out because I can do it myself. So that's my thing.
Is there also the factor that like some there's always, you know, it always comes back to like, you know, we're talking about, oh, like girls and women are attracted to bad boys. So, and that's like, that seems to be like a sore point for men. Is that true? And if it's true, is it girls and women who don't think they deserve a nice guy for whatever reason?
I think it's the second one.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why it is the way it is, but I think it's the second one.
Emma?
Well, what I think is before putting a lot of pressure on yourself, you should really talk to him because a lot of times you can't read emotions from text. And I really discovered that because someone texted me and said, I really like you. I saw your Instagram. I love all your photos and I love you so much. And I said, whoa, I don't know you. You know, but I'm sure if I met you, it would be a different story. So I think you should just really talk to the guy and, you know, get to know him because that's how relationships are formed, whether they are
Meant to be?
friendships or,
Yeah, whatever it is, if he could be a good person in your life, it doesn't have to be your husband. Like, don't put that kind of pressure in war. Like, this person has to be your husband. Only one person, hopefully, is ever going to be your husband, and everyone else will complement your life in whatever way they were meant to complement your life. Austin.
My first reaction when I read this was that it was pretty odd for him to be being so nice over text when they haven't actually met in person. I almost felt like that was kind of a predatory thing. And I think Olivia is definitely right when she thinks that this user doesn't feel like she deserves such a nice guy because she could be thinking something along the lines of, well, I don't know this guy in person, so what reason does he have to be this nice to me?
How do I deserve this? Q.
Well, my question is, how do you know that he's so nice if you've only talked to him over text? He just says nice things.
He probably likes every Instagram photo she's ever posted.
But, I mean, that's just
so
like,
nice of him.
you can say anything, but kind of, to me, real kindness is shown through, like, your actions and things you do for someone rather than
Clicking
what
the
you say.
like button, Keo, that's requires a certain amount of
That's
energy.
very difficult
thought.
to do.
Look who's on the phone. Someone you may have,
Yeah.
someone who's
I've been expecting.
frequently nice to you.
Come here
CO?
often.
CO?
Yeah.
Do you have like a really, 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 really weird story to tell me?
She likes you.
Sort of.
Okay, go.
Okay. So, the only time that I had ever been set up with a guy, one of my friends set me up, I was so rude to him, none of my other friends did it again. Like, they were like, oh my God, you guys are totally perfect for each other. And I looked at him, and I rolled my eyes, and I said hi. And I didn't even face him when I said hi.
Oh, no!
And so none of my friends did that ever to me again. But he was kind of a cool guy. I just really hated being set up.
I
That's it.
understand. I completely understand. How old were you when
Yeah.
this happened?
Oh, I was in 9th grade.
Okay.
I would have done the same thing today, though.
I know you would. Yes, I think you would have. So where are you tonight?
I'm in New York in the kind of basement room of my Aunt Carrie's house.
Oh, cool. What are you guys going to do tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to see my Aunt Lenore, and we're going to Philadelphia after that. So, and then I'm going to visit Ursinus College.
Oh, that's right. You're on a college crawl. I'm so excited. Okay, so, and you learned how to pronounce the college? That's great. That's the first thing they teach.
That's
If
not how
only
you
we
I
could
like
learn how to pronounce
Ursinus
your name.
better.
Wait, say that again?
I like Ursinus better. I hate Ursinus. It's gross.
That's how it's
Sounds
supposed
like
to
a
be
nose.
pronounced.
Ursinus sounds like an infection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an
Yeah.
ursinus infection?
Ursinus infection, yes. Ursinus. But Ursinus sounds like just like a fancy kind of sorority girl name. Do you guys know
Yeah, like,
Ursinus?
cool.
Her dad's a senator.
Oh.
Who's like some exchange student from some like really obscure country.
Exactly.
Ursinus.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for calling in, Co. I hope you keep listening
Yep.
to the show.
Okay, I'll see you in not next week, but a week from then.
Okay, have really, 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 really fun, okay?
Hey, have really, really, really good show.
Okay, we will. Okay, bye, honey.
Okay, bye.
888-531-7171 is the phone number. Next question coming in from Cupcake Bree. I have 2 outside friends of my friends I talk to every single day, and those friends don't like my outside friends. Is this kids that aren't allowed indoors? What is, who are the outside friends? So anyway, she has 2 friends outside of like her group of friends, and her group of friends doesn't like her outside friends. What should I do, Olivia?
Okay, so I have a bunch of friends that I made over the summer who like don't live here, so I still talk to them, and I text them more than I actually talk to my friends who live here. So like my friends, like they'll see like over my shoulder that I'll be like texting my friend Kat, and they're like, "Okay, you don't answer any of my texts. I guess I have to live like 3,000 miles away for you to like me." And I'm like,
Yes.
"No, it's just well, yes, but
Nailed
it's just like, I mean, they're right here, so I can talk to them every day. So, but they sometimes get annoyed, like, why do you like them more? Or it's just like, it's not that I like them more, it's just like communicating with them, like I don't see them, so.
Right, but you should still try not to text too much when you're in someone else's company.
Well, no, I mean, I don't do it like while we're sitting at the table with like my phone right here.
Right.
It's just like, it's like, oh, what's up? Hey. And then.
It's
I
just
move
like a
on.
natural jealousy of someone that isn't your friend. Like if you have if there's a friend in the middle and she's got a friend on one side and a friend on the other side, and those 2 people aren't friends, I think it's I don't know if guys do this, but I think it's natural for girls to be like, why are you always talking about this person and I don't, or you talk like sometimes there'll be like a middle friend that will talk to one friend about the other person, but they won't talk to the other person about that person. Like, why is that person important? Well,
Yeah, no, didn't follow.
all right, so let's say
No comprende.
there's 3 girls, A, B, C, and B talks to A about C all the time, but C's never even heard A's name. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I know what
get
you mean.
that.
Yeah. Like my sister was in a situation like that, and it just kind of hurts a little bit. Like, why does that person not even know about me when I'm your best
No,
friend?
they know that I have other friends. It's
No,
just
I know,
like,
but like sometimes it can be that kind of dynamic, like where you feel like, oh, well, this person will expect to be talked about, and this person won't expect to be talked about, or this like dynamics set themselves in place where people kind of like learn what they can say and what they can't say about. Like if you have a friend, let's say you have one friend who's like extremely a powerful person on planet Earth. You may not talk to that friend about your other friends. You might only talk about her friends because she's like a bigwig at a company or something. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Kinda.
I mean, like, these people, they don't all need to be friends just because they know me. Do you know what I mean? That's
right,
what I
but
think
like
her
let's say
issue
you
is.
had one friend that was like a really popular girl, and you talked about that popular girl to your friend that wasn't popular, but you never talked to. Am I
But how do
making
they
any
know,
sense
but
at all?
how do they know
Yeah.
who you're talking about and when, and why does it matter?
Well, but like,
Well, because then they finally meet, and one of them is like, she doesn't even know my name. Like, what's up with that? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that girl dynamics, I think, are different than guy dynamics, so I'm going to let Austin talk. Because I may be wrong. Guy dynamics may be the same.
This is very similar to what you're talking about. Something I went through.
Okay.
See, I've known Aaron my entire life, and no, actually his entire life. Sorry.
He's the bigwig. He's the bigwig at the company that I was talking about.
Right.
Aaron's great.
And I had this other friend who I talked to Aaron about sometimes because, like, it just came up in conversation a bunch of times, and that friend, like, for the longest time, doubted Aaron's existence. It's like he had never met Aaron before.
Aaron
But-
is a mythical creature in certain countries.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, you don't see him here right now, do you?
No, I don't.
Right. But
And whenever Superman appears, Aaron's gone.
exactly.
Just.
But what ended up happening, what ended up happening is that the friend who doubted Aaron's existence eventually, like, started a video chat with him. Like, they lived like really far away because
Mhm.
like Aaron and I are even like 40 minutes away driving. But they started video chatting and they got to know each other gradually. Then that resulted in the 3 of us eventually meeting up in person, and now, like, the 3 of us are really good friends.
Okay. So it finally did work out where,
Yeah.
you know, because I always say, like certain, even adult friendships will just remind people of, like, childhood. Like, why do you talk about this person to me, but you don't talk about me to this person? Like, it just, like, reminded my sister of, like, a dynamic on our street growing up. You know, where, like, she had a friend on our street that would play with her, but then would walk right past her in the hallways at school. And, like, and we can always be triggered by stuff that reminds us of, like, what you guys are going through right now. Q.
Okay, so first I want to make sure I understand this question correctly. It feels like they missed a friend. So I have 2 friends outside of my friends I talk to every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And those friends don't like my outside friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to that, they don't really need to like your outside friends.
Mm-hmm.
They're your friends. You can have, like, if they're still going to be your friends, whether or not you're friends with somebody else, that's all that's really important. And 2, if you want them to like your outside friends, 1, ask them why they don't like your other friends, and maybe it's just because they don't know them.
Right. Now, one thing that, you know, I was always suggesting when I would see my friends in this type of situation is, like, why don't you have a party where you invite everybody over? Because there's no reason why, if they knew each other, or is the reason why the friend in the middle keeping the other friends apart because they want to have these friends and they want to have these friends, but they don't want them, because there's a danger of, like, introducing your friends and having them be, like, super great friends and excluding you all of a sudden.
Well,
you're in the power position if you're not introducing them to each other, right?
There's a possibility that they do know each other, but they just don't like each other.
There is that possibility. Maddie.
Especially with what you just said about, you know, wanting to be the one in power with, you know, not introducing 2 people because you want to have, like, the power of knowing that they're separate and, like, you know, you can introduce them if you want, but you don't. I mean, like, I'm sure that everybody has gone through that, but I mean, this is going to sound a little bit hippie-ish, but why can't everybody just, like, like each other? I mean, actually, no, wait, no, I'm changing that. Like, why can't everybody just, like, because why does it matter so much if the 2 friends don't like each other? Like, you know,
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
So exactly, and if they don't like the other friends, so what? I mean, they're not, like, harming this other person.
Well, like, one thing that's key is, like, that you don't have to sit there and listen to them bash your other friends. You know, you stick up for your friends. Just like, you know what, I respect that, but they're my friends, and please, I don't really appreciate having to listen to that. Brian?
No, I was going to say that usually the way I have it work with my friends is just, like, I went to a different elementary school than I did middle school, and so I have a lot of close friends from grade school and then different middle school, now obviously high school. But like, you know, Jake, I'm sure can relate to this. The only time they really see each other is, like, at my birthday or something like that, and I just expect that they'll get along at my birthday because I choose my friends based on certain things, and I'm assuming that if I choose all my friends, they all have something in common, you know.
That's a good way of looking at it.
And then if they end up hanging out, I'm happy for them. They made a new friend, and they can still hang out with me when they feel like it. You know, like, you know, I don't think I've ever had any separate friends fight at, like, my parties or anything. But I don't know, Olivia, maybe you got something to say?
Well, okay, my mom just had a dinner party that I did all the cooking for, and it was really annoying, but that's not the point. And so she brought together, like, a bunch of different friends from, like, everywhere. And then 2 of her friends left, and, like, some of the other ones were still there. And then my mom was in the kitchen cleaning because I wasn't going to do that. And but then all of her other friends started talking about the 2 that just left. Right?
Nuh-uh.
Wait, like,
And
in a
these
bad
women
way?
are, like,
Were
Or just,
they
like,
filming an episode of Real Housewives?
Probably.
Okay.
wait, were they just talking, like, about them, like, hey,
No.
those people were cool, or like
no,
talking
it was
about
like, I don't want to say it because
like just, but like trash talking.
But yeah,
All
no,
right.
but it was like,
Biatch?
yeah,
Okay.
they were total biatches. But yeah, no, it doesn't go away. That was a weird moment for me.
That's the thing. I swear to God, you guys, that's the thing. Sometimes I'll be talking to grown-ups, and I'll be thinking to myself, how could I ever tell the kids in the app that this doesn't get any better?
But I just
so
it was like
sad.
It was surprising.
Oh, I mean, I see my mom struggle with this kind of thing. Like, well, not too much anymore, but like at her old office, there was this one lady who worked like across the hall from her. And my mom could never figure out why, but like since the first day she started working there, she was always like really surface level sweet to her, but then would like kind of block her out if she ever wanted to like have lunch with her or something. So she would invite like everyone in the office to lunch. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have missed your email, but you can just like like click everyone, and then like you have to like uncheck the email. You know what I mean? Like to not send it to her. So it's one of those things
Wow.
where it's like, and
Scathing.
yeah, my mom would like, assuming my mom was telling me the truth, never did anything that would offend her.
Your mom
you know,
never lied to me.
to you, as far as you know.
No. As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, but Emma, what do you think?
You know, it's really funny because I actually had two friends, one of them being Maddie, that utterly hated each other in elementary school.
Maddie.
Yes.
No.
It's the yellow
And
I
pants.
don't want to hear this.
Well, basically, they grew out of it. We all love each other now. But she's kidding.
So glad you came.
But yeah, I think what you need to do in this situation is have maybe a sleepover or a birthday party. Invite them together in like a fun circumstance, and maybe they'll become friends. Because I think if you host a party or do something fun with both of the friends and maybe a couple more friends, then I think they could bond and become friends, because that's happened before. And every time I try to make some friends, I invite them to a sleepover, and we kind of bond, and it's great. It's a great experience.
You know what's a good thing to
So
do is if you have like two parts of your world kind of converging at a wedding or a sleepover or whatever. Like let's say I have Emma. I don't have sleepovers anymore, but if
We
you
did,
guys
but
do.
you
We
have
have weddings.
sleepovers.
Pretend I'm 12 and I've got Maddie and I've got Emma, and they don't like each other or know each other. I grab
That has happened between us.
I grab
at the
Maddie.
beginning.
I have you both here. I do a Trish. Like I grab you and I grab you and I say, you need to
You.
talk to you because she loves Cheetos and you love Cheetos. Talk. Like you just say what you're going to love about the person. Like it's very Trish-like, but this
Wheezy.
is how
But
she.
what if I was
she's
just
very
like, no?
inclusive. It's
You
very
need to-
inclusive.
It doesn't
You
matter
need-
if your friends like each other.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I'm
That's
just
part of it,
saying,
but-
if you want them to,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great to grab one and say, Trish, you are gonna love talking to Brian. Brian is an amazing artist. You just compliment both of them right in front of their faces, and there's no reason for them to not get along.
But
What?
don't be upset if they don't get along.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
Sometimes people
all
just
you can do
don't.
is try.
The thing is, they're not gonna like just like snap and start like yelling at each other. They just might not be like the best of friends. But I mean,
No, but at least they can see that you believe that they have the power to get along
Yeah.
because you've just in front of both of them talked about what they have in common.
Right.
Austin.
I think the bottom line here is that the first thing you have to do is break the ice. Like if one's not sure that the other exists, then let them know they do exist. And if they really are aware of their mutual existence and they don't like that fact, then I don't think it would be a good idea to put them in the same room and try to force them to like each other. Because if they don't like each other, then I think that's just bad chemistry and the recipe for disaster.
The worst party ever. Everyone's
And
just like,
Well, that's another thing. And if you do get them together somewhere, ideally it should be somewhere where it would be easy for one of them to leave if they have to.
right,
So like if it's a party where you'd have to drive like an hour to get there,
right.
and then they want to leave like really early,
Just have a room full of COI rolls.
yeah,
It's just disastrous. No one's
Hi.
eating the cheese puffs and.
and it would just be very awkward. And,
All right, should we move on to the next question? I know everyone wants to talk, but we have a lot of
We
questions.
spent
We are.
22 minutes on the first two questions.
I know, but they were really good questions. We are Our Place Out Loud,
See, you
and I am
also
Louise
called.
Palanker here with a panel of teenagers. This question is, if you want to give us a call, we would love it. 888-531-7171. Short Girl writes, I hate my bus. I really think she means the people inside the bus. There's a girl in my grade who called me names last year, and no one cared. She did it in front of our teacher, and the teacher didn't even care. I never did anything to her. I don't have any classes with her this year, thank God, but she rides my bus. She thinks she's so cool because she's a cheerleader. She gets all of the cheerleaders and a lot of the 8th graders to make fun of me and make me feel like I'm weird and annoying on the bus. She gets the 8th graders to join up with her and annoy and try to boss me and my friends around. We've had to deal with them for the past year. Today they got super mean and bossy, and my friend flipped out and told them to shut up, and they started making fun of her. I'm sick of it. I can't walk home from school because I live on the other side of town. I told my mom I can't deal with her and told her what happened, and she said I'm a baby and can't let her get to me. But I can't take it anymore. She won't stop and is pretty favored by the principals and teachers. It sounds like a pretty hellacious situation, especially the part where you're telling your mom and your mom's calling you a baby. Like, that really hurt me. Yeah. Liv.
All right, I say you and your friend get headphones and you just sit by the bus driver and you put your headphones in. You don't even have to be listening to anything. It doesn't even have to be connected. Just put the other end
You
in
could be
your
listening
pocket.
to Our Place out loud.
Yeah, you can do that too.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I like
People
it.
like it.
Yeah, I hear a few good things. But
Mhm.
so, yeah, do that because I had to ride the bus to camp, and sometimes it just got annoying. And then there was like this CIT. He's a counselor in training, and he'd be like, "Ha, you're younger than me, so I'm gonna do this." And I was just like, "You suck." And then he ended up being like my babysitter. That was weird, but I got headphones, and then like, cause people know that when you have your headphones in, like
can't
you're
hear
not supposed to
anything.
talk to them.
Yeah, you would have to insult them in sign language or
Yeah.
something. Maddie?
So this actually happened to me where I was annoyed by a lot of people, and I told them to shut up, and they started making fun of me. It was not a fun moment, but the way to handle that is, like Olivia said, just ignore them. Do something that that doesn't matter. Because like honestly, they're probably just bored, and that's why they're bothering you. So
But if cheerleaders are like truly being horrible on a bus, and like one of your friends just was like just sitting there like with her phone, just like hit record, like just kind of like holding her phone and get the whole thing, and then take it into school and go, because the words that girls use when they're harassing each other are just horrible, and most adults have no idea what is being said.
and then they go, "Oh no, but I'm sure you'll work it out. It's fine. You guys can all be
they
friends."
are vile. They're vile, and I think
Vile
grown-ups
is a
need
nice word.
to hear it. They need to hear it for themselves. This is what's going on the bus. Jakey. Oh,
Yes.
Jakey, you need to ask that question. It's funnier
Jake,
if you say
Jake says,
Jake-
"Do cheerleaders still actually think they're cool?"
I think they think that.
No, I mean,
Yes, I
because it
do.
depends. I know like a lot of cheerleaders are like really nice and don't like. It depends. Like if you do
It really
competitive,
does depend
if,
on
if
the
you do like
cheerleaders,
competitive cheer is like more like gymnastics, where it's like
Competitive cheer is very.
yeah. So like
it's a sport.
I know competitive cheerleaders. I don't know about like high school cheerleaders who are like go team, we're cool. I don't know, but like that, I think that's
throw
more.
to Jake. Throw to Jake.
I think that's part of
Jake.
partly a stereotype.
What
But
do you
now that
think?
Jake is mic'd up, let's see what the Yake Plank has to
Mike,
say.
maybe.
Jake
Wait.
Plank.
Yeah.
Mike, maybe. Okay, I should rephrase my question. Do cheerleaders actually still think they're cool just because they're cheerleaders?
That is
Yes.
a key
You can be
question.
cool and a cheerleader. You can be cool and not a cheerleader. But does being a cheerleader actually make you think you're
No.
cool?
Well, it makes them think that, but the reality
No,
is
because
no.
I think that's just a
It makes them
stereotype.
cliche.
Like if you
Yes,
said that
yes, yes.
all, like I mean, like I don't want you to like bring this back to me in sports, but like if you said that all like jocks are stupid, like there are plenty of ones that work hard to get good grades. The same way that there are probably plenty of cheerleaders that make a sincere effort to be kind to people. And by saying that cheerleaders think they're cool, I think that's just a stereotype that kids.
No,
It's
but
what
what
Jake
Jake,
knows
what
so
Jake is
many
asking is that,
cheerleaders.
like, in most high school and middle school scenarios, in terms of like a pecking order of popularity, are you just automatically, get handed a card that says you may pick on lesser forms of human life now that you have been accepted into the cheerleader fraternity sorority? Jake.
Yes.
Okay, but wait. Cheerleaders literally compliment people for like that's what they do. They say good job sports team. Why does it then breed hatred if their job is literally to say, yeah, we did good, let's go us?
That's actually
It's
a really
true
good
that
point.
they're professional complimenters.
I
That's
don't know what to say anymore.
That's what their assigned sport is. You will compliment another sport.
They're very
And
contradictory.
if you look at it that way, it is kind of comical. And yet they do work very hard. And if you do cheerleading well, you're probably working harder than a lot of people at school. You're staying after and working very, very hard, especially if you're a competitive cheerleader going to meets where you have to hold people up over your head. I can't do that. Olivia.
back to the actual question is
Yes.
to like making this stop.
Making it stop, yes.
I'd say you kind of want to go sit in the back of the bus because the bumps are better and whatnot. But like, I say if you sit like right behind the bus driver because there's a seat right there.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably not gonna come up to you because an adult can hear them.
It's also really easy to trip them from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
no,
stick a leg
Wheezy's kidding.
Good one.
Wheezy's kidding.
Oh, I would trip a cheerleader that was picking on me.
I don't think
I-
that's a
I
good
would
idea.
Darn it. Are you guys wiser than me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what you've done.
CO
I
eye roll.
would trip it. Like,
Well,
come on.
The thing is,
Yeah.
What's with all the fun?
Yeah, because if somebody's like,
It's like, sorry, was my foot there? Oh, your nose is all flat and bloody.
Oh, gee, Wheezy.
Darn it.
That's not funny. That is not funny.
I think the thing
At
that you
least
need,
it matches your outfit.
I think the thing that you need to like understand though
Good
is
thing our
that
team colors are red and black and blue. Sorry, I'm not giving good advice.
Wheezy, you need to take a break
No.
and just take a breather.
I'm
get
really
some
mad
water.
at these cheerleaders. These particular, not all.
Okay, so the thing that I think people need to understand is that
Oh,
like,
Jolene was a cheerleader. I'm getting a note. This just in. Go ahead, Ryan.
okay,
Bow down.
Up and interrupt.
Bow down. Jolene was a cheerleader.
So was my mom.
Oh my god.
Well, that's not surprising.
At
She's
my-
so peppy.
At my school, it was about skill, so we had to really be gymnasts. It wasn't at all a popularity contest. We were judged by a Laker girl, a UCLA cheerleader, and at the time I was like a Raiders cheerleader, and they came in and they were. It was completely like, so I, not being the popular girl, was out to prove that I could do it because my whole thing was being a bookworm. So I did because I had a lot of gymnastics as a kid, and I made
Okay,
the
so that
cheerleading
that
squad.
brings up Jake's question. Did you associate with other cheerleaders who thought that just because they were anointed as cheerleader that they had the right to be a nasty person to somebody else?
No, I
Good.
actually abhor cheerleaders like that, and I don't think that's the spirit of the whole situation. But for me, it was really just to prove something to myself. That's why
No,
I
I
did it.
think
And
I respect it as a
Sidebar
sport.
on that, I was the girl who went to mingle with absolutely everybody. So I would hang out with the geek kids and the drama kids, and that was just my thing. So I was the maybe the lone cheerleader who did that.
I think that's the lone cheerleader. I've got a lot of hands up, and I'm going to go to Keo, and let's get to the heart of the question. How does she make it stop?
Okay, well,
I know you did. You did.
here's
Props.
what I would do. What I've always done when someone tries to make fun of me or something. Well, if they're not intimidated by me, because usually people are intimidated by me and everything. But
I know I am.
if
You're large.
yeah, and I don't smile that much. But if someone's like, someone insult me, someone say something mean. to
You
me.
suck and I hate you.
Whoa, Ryan, you didn't even miss a
Ryan,
beat.
what? Why are you
Obviously,
telling
Ryan's
everyone?
the
Because it's true.
No,
Yes.
be quiet now. You can't say that in front of people
Why not?
because then they'll find out. I don't want them like
I want them to
over
know.
like be sarcastic about them making fun of you. Like,
Uh-huh.
how are you
was-
gonna tell everyone that I suck and I'm stupid? No, like then it's kind of like
It's a family secret.
you feel like a fool for making fun of this person because they're
They
kind of
take it
making
so-
fun of back,
Oh, okay.
back
That-
at you.
Okay, Liv. I like it.
I was just texted. I can see that from my way up here that
Yeah.
my friend Max is not intimidated by you.
Oh,
So what?
toe to toe.
That's good. I like
Let's
that.
do
I don't
it.
like it when people are
Go talk
intimidating
some
by me.
sense into Max.
Emma.
Well, I think this whole thing is such a cliche because honestly, those cheerleaders need to get some new material. I mean, how 80s is it that it's the the cheerleaders and the
How 80s
jocks?
is it? How 60s is it? How 50s is it? How 20s is
Exactly.
it?
But I think that you really need to be above it because they're only picking on you because you are different and you're special. And I think that they're all the same because obviously they feel pressure to all be the same preppy cheerleader who picks on the two kids who sit at the back of the bus. And I think they just feel pressure to do that, and they're very insecure for doing that. Anyone who picks on anyone is very insecure with themselves. So I think you need to rise above that, and one day they're gonna realize, wow, I was so I was such a biatch, or
I hope
So-
so. Austin?
Yeah, I agree with that completely, and I think the best way to make this stop is to tackle this from like two separate angles. One, what you do on the bus. I think the headphones thing is a great idea, and the other thing is to just take some time to reflect and consider like how you're taking what they say, and just like realize that they're not saying it because of you. They're only doing it because of themselves. Like they really are. So just focus on not believing what they say about you. Focus on like not taking it to heart, as hard as that is. Just
And
reflect
record it.
for a bit.
Record it, because if you've seen the movie Bully, you see the footage on the bus, and I hope that the kids that are in that movie being horrible have to look at it and know that they can't undo the words that they said. It sticks. It's there. It's in a movie, and maybe they can go around the world apologizing and teach somebody something. But we are Our Place Out Loud. I am Louise Planker here with Olivia, Kimute, Ryan, Austin, Emma, Maddie, and Jake. Give us a call at 888-531-7171. Kit Kat writes, big problem, with several exclamation points to illustrate the bigness of the problem. Okay, so I started playing basketball with the boys because my crush plays. Even before I met him, I still loved b-ball. But I don't go near him. He might high-five me for making a three-pointer, but he says that I am following him, but I don't. I keep my distance. My question is, how do I handle this? So a couple of things going on here. She did kind of join the team because she likes the kid, but she's also good enough to make a three-pointer. So once a guy knows you like him, or once a girl knows you like him and accuse you of stalking, but you're really just going about your day, how do you handle it? Ryan?
All right. So, okay, first thing is that she didn't specify that it was on a team. I think she just meant like pickup games.
Okay.
Just started playing basketball with the boys.
Okay.
But I would definitely say play a little like less. If you love basketball, like don't stop playing, but don't play with them a little less because you never want to just like shove yourself into a situation and then miss your threes and ask him for help.
Miss your
What?
threes and ask him for
No.
That's 50's advice.
Hey,
Could you please help me with my golf swing by putting your handsome arms around
well,
me?
You can't shoot a basketball by putting your arms around someone, but it gives you a reason to talk. I mean, like seriously, like people ask me all the time, even if they're my guy friends, and it's just things we can talk about.
She could ask him for help in something that she does need help in, but not in b-ball. If she's shooting threes, Olivia, go ahead.
What? No.
Hey, I'm the baller here. I'm a baller.
No.
I know. And
Yeah,
that was not.
yeah.
No.
Let's just stop. No, that was really bad advice.
I think that was great advice.
I don't think playing dumb is ever cute.
It's not playing dumb. Just asking for help.
With something you don't need help on.
But she didn't say she was a great 3-point shooter. She said he might high five her for making a three.
Moving on. Olivia?
No. I'm sorry. That I just strongly disagree with playing dumb because that is playing dumb.
It is.
Okay, many times I have said, join the club he's in. She's done that, and it's not working. What does she do? No one wants to feel stalked, but also if you don't give someone a chance to know you, he doesn't have a chance to know you. Well, how does she handle it? It's a really good question, Maddie.
I mean, kind of just, like, be aware. Like, if you are actually stalking him, don't do that. It's not a good method of trying to approach someone, but I actually recommend the Kia method. Just be very sarcastic about it. Like, oh yes, I'm totally following you. I'm stalking. I've been stalking
That's
you for
good.
so long, and I really. I have
Did
to
you
admit
hear
it now.
rustling in your bushes last night? That was me.
No,
Here's the photographs.
Yeah.
Kyo.
I don't know, but it seems like it might be him trying to flirt too. Cause
Really?
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
You are stalking
you've
me
never
is-
been like seeing somebody
That's
twice and
the
you're like,
new
why are you
pickup
following
line.
me?
You're stalking
never
me.
done
It
that?
really is.
I don't think that they're following me. Like, why are they following me?
No, but I mean, I've said that as a joke to people before. Like, I just happen to see somebody twice in a row, or like we say bye and then it's the awkward.
Right.
We
Oh,
go
yeah.
the same way.
I've
And
done
You
then
want to
I'm-
dance?
And then I'm like, why are you following me? Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
People.
Yeah. Austin first, and then Ryan.
So it seems like she likes him, and he's caught onto the fact that she likes him.
Right.
So given that, he's probably going to interpret like everything she does as her doing it because she likes him. So she just has to, I think, compensate a little bit in the opposite direction. Like, for instance, maybe instead of just talking to him, make sure she talks to like everyone in that group.
Oh,
make it
I
seem
have.
like
Yeah. No, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just had a thought. Is it possible, depending upon their age, guys, that because she's good at b-ball, he has to act like he doesn't like her because he's around all of his friends, and she might be as good as other people, or maybe as good as him.
oh yeah, if she's as good as him, then he would definitely. I can't say definitely, but a lot of guys would feel intimidated by that and say stuff like, "Are you following me?"
Yeah.
So-
He might have to say that just socially. Ryan.
Well, yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Like, I'm intimidated by anyone who's better than me, whether it's a guy or a girl, unless they're like, an NBA player, in which case I'm just like bowing down to him at that point. But, like, I would definitely say, like, if you want to get his attention, you can. If you aren't gonna play dumb, then you could definitely, like, if you guys do team captains, pick him first on your team, or not, or if it's his birthday, find out who his favorite player is and get him a jersey.
And I do agree with, I forget who it was on the panel, but, like, if he accuses you, like, just say, like, don't flatter yourself. Playing some B, come on. And just
What?
playing some B.
B.
If
Oh,
no one says that, then don't
Some
start.
B-ball.
For B.
I do set trends on this show.
I would just say that you should
playing
say,
some
I'm just
B.
playing because I love the game, not playing
It's
some
like-
B.
Why?
Don't flatter yourself, homie. I'm playing some B.
Put it on a
Says
T-shirt.
that?
It's gonna
B.
catch on, Ryan, and you'll be like, "Hey, Wheezy wrote that." Playing some B. What is love? I am currently in a relationship, 7 months, and I feel like I stopped loving my boyfriend, even though he is so sweet and he is afraid to lose me. I have developed a crush on someone else, but I do still love my boyfriend somewhat. I have never cheated on him, nor do I ever plan on it, but I don't want to be with him if I don't love him anymore. I'm not quite sure what to do. This is the longest relationship I have ever had, Olivia.
Break up with him.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It sucks.
But you don't want to be with him. You said it like 7 times.
So he
And
doesn't want to
married.
be with someone who doesn't want to be with him long
Yeah.
term.
So just get out.
Yeah,
now.
Kyo.
The sooner that you do it, the easier it's gonna be. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't drag it out because he's so nice and he doesn't deserve this. Well,
you already know. It's not like you're conflicted or anything. You know you don't want to be with him anymore. So, I mean, it's sad and it sucks because you still like him. You still want to be friends, but you have to do something that hurts him, which I understand. But you got to do it.
Well, you should really break it off because I agree. You only have one life to live, but don't be vague because if you're vague, then he will, come back and, want more and you'll just get more attached. And I think you should be nice but not vague because, and definitely cut it off because, I hate to say it, but YOLO. I'm sorry. It's the worst expression.
Let me clarify something about YOLO real quick. Like, for all you, no, I'm just gonna
I
clarify
hate
something.
YOLO, but I said it.
I don't like it either, but I'm just gonna say, people who do think it's appropriate to use, it does not mean make stupid decisions because you only live once.
That
It
is
means
true.
you only live once, so enjoy what you can, but don't shorten that one life you have.
Exactly.
Also,
That's what I meant.
who says YOLO?
Everybody.
Adam
Lots.
Levine.
But who says it's true? Who
The
here?
Lonely Island.
Who agrees that maybe you live more than once?
Reincarnation.
Yeah.
I
Let's.
think I want to believe in that. I
Yeah.
want to believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
Be a
Zen
believer.
Master.
I live 9
I
times.
want to hear what the Zen Master.
How did you know? Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I took a class on this Buddhist philosopher named Nagarjuna, and in most of his arguments, he employs this method called the tetralemma, which is where, let's say you have a thing like a statement A, then what he says is there are possible positions with A. So like there could be A, there's not A, there's A and not A, there's both A, sorry, A or not A. Okay, I forgot the letters, but the point is,
Right.
the point is you have propositions like this, and
Very
the bottom
zen.
line is that from the ultimate standpoint, it's wrong to make such ultimate assertions like life or death arising or ceasing, because everything is in just one state of flux, and the point at which something ends or begins is all a matter of human conception, and really everything is just one never-ending transitory flow of energy. So
Really beautiful.
for all intents and purposes, you could say we just live once, you could say we live 50 times, you could say we live 1,000 times, and conventionally within the way we interpret things, none of that would be wrong.
Well, however many times we live, don't jump from the roof into the pool.
Well, who's to say
I think he would agree
we
with
even
that.
live once? What is reality?
Inception.
I'm going to put you two in a room
The
together. Come back 100 hours later, and we'll
Wait,
we'll
when
be-
does that 100 hours start?
Now let's have it start now. Okay, we're gonna do Thread Theater, and
sweet.
we're gonna do Thread Theater, and then we're gonna end with the question that has been so pressing on everyone's mind today who saw the rundown, that even got my mom upset. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but I accidentally sent the list of questions not just to the 18 people involved in the podcast, but to everyone in my email list. And when my mother got the bra question accidentally, she just wrote back, "No, no, no." So it's provocative. But before we get to the bra question and how to improve the size of your breasts, how's that for a tease? We'll be back with more about your breasts. We're gonna do Thread Theater. What's happened? You've lost control of the show is what's happened, Howard. Thread Theater, I believe this was pulled out of chat, and I believe you all know your parts.
Yep.
And please say the name of the person. Before you say your line, say the name of the person whose line it is so that the kids watching the show know that they have been quoted, in case they don't remember typing this. But this was a thread begun by Blood Rain, and it was genius. Go ahead, take it away, and curtain up.
Blood Rain. Here's a challenge. Write a story out of the lyrics from songs. A short story. Post it here as a reply. Who can succeed? XD.
Isabella Poetry 5 grabs Coke. Oh, this oughta be good. Finds chair, gets popcorn and hot dog.
And Olivia, I walk a lonely road, the only one I've ever known, at the 7-Eleven where I was taught. The motto was just alive, mama, we all go to heck. With 1,000 lies, Amy, don't you go to the end. And then the songs were Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day, Jesus of Suburbia by Green Day, Mama by My Chemical Romance, and Amy by Green Day.
And the end by MCR.
Oh, right,
Smiley
and
face
in
done.
the end by MCR, XD, done.
And then Anna Olivia has another line.
That was terrible. I know.
Silly me. Tongue face.
Tongue face.
Let me try lyrics by falling in reverse. I was lost. Now I wish you would just pick up the phone and answer texts. I've been living life with no regrets, and it's plain to see why did you fall in love with me. That's the best I've got. LOL.
Blood Rain. Here goes mine. I tried in the end. I'm nobody's hero. It's all over for me because I'm a loser. Is this the way it's supposed to be? I traded it for all one thing, and I know that I lost because I'm a loser. And I say, and you will say, I don't love you like I did yesterday. I lost it all. Go ahead and say, I don't love you like I did yesterday. In the end, nobody's hero. It's all over. Loser, dear agony. One thing lost. It better than I know myself. I don't love you like I did yesterday.
OMG, that was awesome for a lyrical short story. Hey, we just made that a thing.
Blood Rain. OMG, we did. Lol.
We so funny.
Mustache, smiley face.
Magical mustache. I bow to thee.
Wheezy says, her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. But that was 30 years ago when there used to be when there used to be a show. Now it's a disco, but not for Lola. Still in that dress she used to wear. Faded feathers in her hair. She sits there so refined and drinks herself half blind. She lost her youth and she lost her Tony. Now she's lost her mind at the Copa.
Single tear.
That was beautiful, Wheezy.
I am a Fanalo and proud. That was a good theater, everybody. Good jobs. All right, so now we go to the question from Bailey Thomas. I hope that's not her full name, but anyway. I'm always worrying about my breast size, and I'm only 15. Wish they were bigger is always running through my mind. Any advice? So before I throw it a panel, CFG11 responded, and with no clarification as to, like, this is an opinion, this is an old wives' tale, here's a theory, just throwing it out there, Googled it, here's what Yahoo Answers says. She just flatly states, sleep with a bra on and eat a lot of chicken. Sleeping with a bra makes the form better and get bigger, and the chicken is supposed to help them grow. Exclamation point. Like it's Wikipedia talking. Olivia.
Okay, that's not true.
Yeah, no, as my
No,
mother said,
no.
Completely not true. That's not a thing. I know that, like, I mean, there's nothing other really than like surgery that will just like overnight, bam, there they are. And you know, even your body's just gonna do what it's gonna do. And you know, like people with small boobs, they have this like club thing that I don't know, but it goes around my school, and it's called the Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
That's amazing.
And they high five all the time.
Is that a thing at every school?
I don't know if that's a thing at every school,
Our
but
school doesn't
I
have
will.
it.
But yeah, no. So you could be part of the committee if you know you didn't. But like also, it's like you can't be comparing yourself to everybody else because everybody's different.
And can I just say that whenever this comes up in the app, the kids with larger breasts are like, "Oh my God, I'm so jelly. It's horrible. They hurt. It's playing sports is hard. I can't sleep on my stomach. Blah blah blah." There's going to be a reason for everybody to not like their body for whatever. You have to love your body because that's the one you got. Sleeping in a bra, it's just going to cut off the blood flow to your chestal area, and it needs to breathe at night. That's what nighttime is for, to reoxygenate your body. And Keo's hand is way up. He knows a lot about boobs.
No, but I just want to say, if you're doing it for guys or a guy, don't. It doesn't matter. Like, to guys, really.
Round of applause on that one. Yeah. Ryan.
I agree with that. Also, bring him the chicken. I'm sure he'd love the chicken. Like, I think that's a good trade.
Yeah, the chicken has breasts.
Exactly.
So
chicken breasts.
Right. Okay. So Maddie, yes, your friend's name is Emma. Emma, yes. And then Maddie, go to each other, look at each other, eye contact, conversation. Do it.
Okay. Well, Maddie, you can go first. I will go
ahead.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, so the chicken thing is not true because chicken is protein. Protein helps grow muscle. Breast is not a muscle. It's fat. So just letting you know. Also, the boys might want to plug their ears on this one, but my cousin, they don't care. My cousin is 18, and she spent the whole summer with me at my house. And, she was normal. And then just a month ago, she's going to turn 19. Just a month ago, her boobs grew to size D cup. Just for no reason. And she's 18 right now. So you can't judge when you're... She's not pregnant.
Wait, did she get a boob job?
No, she didn't get a boob job. They just grew. Because I know, because she's my cousin.
Just grew. She was how old when...
She's 18.
Were her breasts still growing at 18? I don't believe it.
They just, grew.
No, she got a boob job. She's just not telling you.
I'm telling you.
She Kelly Picklered.
I'm telling you.
She Kelly Picklered.
She Kelly Picklered. It's not possible. Your boobs stopped growing at around 14.
Well, anyway,
that's not particularly true.
No.
Well, no.
It depends a lot. Anything of anyone and
When
any
do they
part
stop?
of you growing ever is just has to do
They're
with
not. Your boobs are. Wait, Trish.
Well, things happen, like gaining weight.
Your boobs
affects
never
it.
stop growing.
Yeah.
They're like your ears. They're like your ears. But at 18, would a girl go from an A cup to a D cup at 18?
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
She wasn't A cup. She was like C cup, and
Well, then
she
gained
grew
weight.
Oh.
She gained weight.
Okay, you know what?
Austin has his answer.
And you're 15. You can't judge at 15. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so she might not be done growing at 15 is what you're saying. Gotcha.
Okay,
Okay, Maddie, and then will you
anyway.
throw to Austin, please? when you're done?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So if you want to grow taller or longer legs or whatever, just eat healthy, exercise. That will make your body grow if you're young.
Take your
and,
bra off at night.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, chicken is not going to help. I mean, eat protein in your life. Just because chicken is not going to specifically make
soy
your
milk.
boobs grow.
Soy products actually do.
That's true.
Oh.
So that's an actual thing, but don't overdo it because that's bad too.
Even balanced
Too
meals
much of
and
anything is a bad
exercise,
thing.
guys.
Austin.
Okay, I'm going to say something that I believe can't possibly be controversial.
Okay.
First of all, exercise, eating well, that's definitely something you want to do. Just make sure you're getting enough sleep, drinking a lot of water, and when all is said and done, all those things being considered, whatever size they end up being, just go with it. And
Yeah.
It
That's
really
it.
doesn't matter.
It really doesn't
They
matter.
have that new bra at Victoria's Secrets that it adds 3 cup sizes. So I mean, it's a
Do you,
lie.
tip
We should
over
get that,
in
Maddie.
the wind? Like the wind comes and you're like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have such a funny story. So my friend went to school and we were hanging out after school and she came up from school and so all the Victoria's Secret bras, they have a little tag on it that tells you what kind of bra it is. And so apparently she bought a push-up bra and then she went around school with the tag. It's on your shoulder. It was sticking up like this, and so she walked around the entire day with a tag coming out of her shirt that said push-up on it.
Oh, I love that story.
Poor thing. But it was
Did you
really
wear it to bed?
not that I know of.
Keo?
If some guy doesn't want to be with you or pay attention to you because of the size of your breasts, you should count yourself lucky because you don't want to be with that type of person.
Exactly. And since you only are going to have one husband, wouldn't you want to know
Unless
that
you're
he...
Mormon.
You don't know that.
Wouldn't you want to... Well, potentially at a time. Wouldn't you want to know that he loves you for you? And so if you have like a negative A cup size and there's a guy...
Just like an indent.
If you have concave... chestals,
Wheezy.
and the guy is like crazy about you, then you know he loves the you of you.
Well, you don't.
He doesn't love you.
I mean, maybe he has some weird.
He loves the
Some
indent.
weird like
Fetish.
negative.
You go on
cup
like
fetish.
some fetish site for concave. Ryan, I'm not helping.
All right.
Somebody help me help you.
All right, so two things. One, what Olivia said about soy, super like duper true. I know this kid whose brother had way too much soy and like started developing like feminine traits, including like larger breasts. But yeah, that can happen. That can happen. What?
His boobs got bigger than. His boobs got bigger than they already were.
Yes. Yeah.
He, right?
Yes,
You
it's a
said
he. And he started developing
Did
feminine
he start
traits.
to lactate?
I don't know.
What did he say?
Did he start to lactate? Yes. I don't really know. It's interesting. That'd be an interesting question. Nonetheless, the other thing.
But he
about-
got his period.
I thought
No,
you said,
the other
did you
thing about
start to
accepting your
like
body,
it?
the other thing about accepting your body, like, I think
Is Olivia
Olivia's
going to
just-
be okay?
Jake, put the okay, it is on Olivia. Put it on Olivia.
The other thing about accepting your body.
So the other thing about
yes.
accepting your body, which I know we
and your
reiterate,
man boobs, yes.
and your moobs, they're called moobs.
Your boobs.
That I think we all like reiterate on the show is that everyone dislikes something about their body,
Yes.
and like
So true.
I swear, everyone does. I want to be taller. I want less acne. And like everyone wants something to be different. It's just not going to happen, and you're just not going to find the perfect person like anywhere. Nobody on earth has like a 100% perfect body. It just except Olivia. But it doesn't. It just doesn't happen. Like so, you got to be okay with it, and you got to see like how do I work around my problems, or if it's not or don't make it a problem because that's not a problem.
All right, so we have another question from CFG 11 who gave that excellent advice about chicken and bras.
Yes.
She's an interesting kid. So if it's a girl, I was just kidding yesterday, and I told someone I loved them, and they said they loved me too in a very serious voice. I told them I was just kidding, and they hesitated and said, "Yeah, I know, I was just kidding, haha." And they sounded weird. And earlier that year, me and my friends were playing Truth or Dare, and I had to ask him out, and his friend said he has a girlfriend. I don't know if he said yes or not, and I am putting way too much thought into this. Am I putting way too much thought into this? Do you think he likes me? P.S. I kind of like him. Nobody knows. I think everybody knows because she said I love you in a kidding voice, and he said she said I love you, and he said I love you too, and then she said I was just kidding. Well, maybe they're like 10 or 11 or whatever, and you go through that phase. So when you get to when you come out the other side of that whole like, oh, no one should find out that I like someone, or I'll just be mercilessly teased. Like, how do you finally tell the person like I wasn't kidding, I do like you, Maddie?
Can somebody make this like simpler? I'm
I
kind of
think-
having some problems.
Yeah,
I think
like
this is
someone
the perfect
I,
thing
question.
for
I don't
Keo
think
and
I
I
read
to
it
act out.
properly because there was some typos. So
Yeah.
someone helped
Ready to
clarify
act this
what
out,
she meant.
Keo?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, who do you want to be? Gonna be the first person?
Is that the one who says "I love you" in a kidding joke?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I love you.
I love you.
Oh, I was just kidding.
Yeah, I know that. I was kidding.
Does that help you, Maddie?
Okay,
now,
let me
but
explain
now
it.
she really does. She's admitting that she really does like him.
Let me explain
But
this.
she's already. Yeah, go.
Okay. This it's a girl, right? Is it? She says to the kid as a joke, "I love you," like not seriously.
I got that part. It's like the end that I'm having the problem.
Okay, so she
Well,
actually
she
does
likes
like the
him.
kid, and she doesn't know how to tell him that because she's afraid of
Because-
getting mercilessly teased by her friends.
And they
Yeah.
put a line where his name goes, so they didn't have to say his name.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay,
And-
you're right.
The part of it is just a thought process of I'm thinking way too much about this, and it's just kind of a rant at the end. But yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
you
So
gotta
how
be.
does she tell him the truth?
You-
Because she's already kind of embarrassed him by saying I'm kidding, but she actually probably wouldn't have said that if she didn't kind of like him.
Give him a
but-
big old hug.
Find some time alone with him to be honest.
Okay, Emma.
Yeah, when I first started liking a guy, it's funny. I wanted to somehow express it to him, and so I actually did the same thing. It was so weird. I was like, "I love you so much," and he was like, Like he gave me like a look, and I was like, ugh. But I did say I love you, and as a friend, I don't like him anymore. But I think that in this case that I think he liked you at first, but maybe he thought that you weren't interested because he knew that you were joking. You said that you were joking about the "I love you" thing. So I think he's like, okay, she was joking, and I'll move on. That's probably why he has a girlfriend now.
Yeah, at the moment. Kimute.
Well, it sounds like a joke that I would make, but I wouldn't put so many like I would be like I love you too, and then act awkward like to mess with them. But it seemed what?
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. But it seems like maybe he likes you, so I think
he does.
Yeah, I think you should just tell him. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you.
You could be like, what if I wasn't kidding?
Mm-hmm.
And just make it like kind of fun still, so that it's easy for him to go in either direction wherever his heart is taking him. But we got to end the show, Ryan. And everything you say is so beautiful and brilliant.
Or
But
tell a
we're
close
down to
friend.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, I'm
seconds.
playing B though.
Oh, next week, our Place Out Loud. We will see you. Bye bye.
Oh, coming back.